A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus said to the crowds, "To what shall I compare the people of this generation? What are they like? They are like children who sit in the marketplace and call to one another. We played the flute for you, but you did not dance. We sang a dirge, but you did not weep. For John the Baptist came neither eating food nor drinking wine, and you said, 'He is possessed by a demon.' The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and you said, 'Look, he is a glutton and drunkard, a friend of tax collectors and sinners.' But wisdom is vindicated by all her children." The Gospel of the Lord. Oftentimes, we refuse to listen. When we are offered simplicity, we try to dismiss. When we are provided with luxurious things, we sometimes reject them. Nothing seemed enough. Dear Thomasians, in today's Gospel, Jesus compares his generation to the children of the marketplace. No matter what was offered to them, they refused to listen. John the Baptist lived a life of fasting, but they dismissed him. Jesus came feasting. He was also rejected as a glutton and a sinner. What does this reveal? That human heart can sometimes be stubborn, choosing to complain instead of to understand, and criticize instead of discern. But Jesus ends with hope. Wisdom is vindicated by all her children. In other words, God's truth will always shine through, no matter how people respond. Life in the University of Santo Tomas is full of challenges: academic pressures, traffic on Hispania, organizational struggles, and even personal disappointments. It's tempting always to complain, bakit ang daming requirements? Napakaraming responsibilidad. Nakaka-pressure naman. Like the children in the Gospel, we risk rejecting every opportunity for growth. But the true Thomasian spirit means transforming challenges into learning. That is competence. We are called to be seekers of wisdom, open to how God is teaching us even in difficulties. Moreover, John the Baptist and Jesus had a very different approaches. John with fasting and Jesus with feasting. Both are valid ways of witnessing the kingdom of God. As Thomasians, we are exposed to classmates, professors, and communities with different personalities, talents, and spiritual expressions. Some are active in organizations, some excel in academics, some shine in arts, athletics, or leadership, while others quietly live out their faith through silent but genuine service to classmates. That is compassion. The Gospel invites us not to dismiss or compare, but to recognize the wisdom of God shining in diverse forms of witness. Wisdom teaches us not to compare or criticize, but to appreciate that God's grace works in diverse ways across our university. One should be committed to complete the core values of being a Thomasian. Jesus is inviting us today to commit to becoming a child of wisdom. Wisdom is vindicated by all her children. When faith is lived out in action, we become children of wisdom who show integrity in our studies, respect for others, service to the poor, and courage to stand for truth. In consonance with this, our generation will be judged not by our complaints, but by the fruits of our wisdom. Let us not be indifferent like those children who keep complaining. Instead, Thomas Aquinas in Summa Theologica says that the highest perfection of man is to seek God, which affirms that the true wisdom is found in God. Dear Thomasians, Jesus tells us today that God's wisdom is not hidden. It is visible in the lives of competent, compassionate, and committed people. Let us not be like the children in the marketplace, always complaining, never satisfied. May our studies, service, and lives testify that God's wisdom is alive in His people.